Hello guys, welcome back, thanks for tuning in. This is the reveal from a new recruit of the fleet. We'll just move over to it in a second. I'm going to do basically a bit of a review. Yes, it's a second hand model. I don't think you can see it from that angle because I've just propped my Hero camera on the side of Chrome Rencloth. So I'm going to basically do a bit quick small chat about it and what's happened to it, the history of it and the original one. And the type. I'll try not to be too long because I tend to waffle on a lot, but please bear with me on that. Okay, let's just move straight into it. So I'm going to pick you up and then we'll angle at the box. Okay guys, yes, it's a Deltic Lima models. I think it's probably from the period maybe sort of 80s, 90s, because what's tickled me is if we turn it round, bear with me the camera, if we turn it round just to this angle, just so you know it's upside down, yeah, it tickled me seeing the pictures on the back, hairstyles, etc. and all that. You've got to laugh really, haven't you? Easy, I'd say, possibly 90s, 80s, 90s, something like that, I think is probably the period. Yeah, obviously we all know it's an Italian model. This one is of as I say, Pincer. We're going to do this. Okay guys, I'm going to put you back on the side of the side here. Just hopefully it'll sit there long enough so I can try and do the angle a little bit. Okay, so let's just take it out of the box. Box is quite tatty. I bought it pre-owned, didn't pay a lot for it. You know, as I say, nearly everything I've got is all second hand. Let's see if we can slide it out of the box. We slide it out there. Okay. We'll put that bit down there for now, and then, yeah, it's right. Let's get it out. It's not too bad. It does come out quite easily. Okay. I think this was previously in British Rail colours because you can see slightly, but I do prefer. I don't know about you guys. Everyone's got their preference, but I think the colour scheme of the early British Railways colours was really stand out. You know, it's a good colour scheme with the two-tone green. This one, particular one, came like that, mate. You'd done quite a lot of painting on it. We can move into details. I don't think you can see that there. It's actually got railings, put little railings in there, and he coloured some of this. I've done a few little bits right now. Now I'll talk about what I've done to the model. It came like this, but you'll see in future videos, because this is reverse engineering. I'm showing you, it's already done quite a bit and it's already been filmed, but we'll show you them videos later. What I've done, it came with an all green front, which doesn't stand out, So what I've done, as you can see there, is I sort of did the yellow myself. It's not bad, and then I sort of highlighted. I don't know if you can see it there. I'll move in a little bit. The light might not be very brilliant. But yeah, so I painted that black, done a silver edge in there. I don't know if you can notice yet, there's something a bit odd, but we'll go around this side. Done it all the same there, redone the railings with a small paintbrush, just to bring it out. I do think the yellow stands out a lot better. There is schemes like this now with the Deltic Preservation Society, so I've tried to keep in with a real theme, it's not fictitious. Yeah, I don't know if you can notice with the buffers, they come out on this top model. And this particular one on the left, at the moment, is made out of balsa wood. Just made it out of a stick and a piece of balsa wood, just to give the overall effect. It's not bad. I've got some new proper ones coming, but it looked really, you know, I don't know about you guys, but if you haven't got a buffer on it and you've done all that work, it looks odd. But anyhow, enough of that. Yeah, the model's Pincer. What the ones, there was 22 of these built to replace the A4s and the A3s, and the ones that were based in London, they were all named after race horses, and on the ones that are up in Scotland, because there was a few that was in Scotland, they was all named after regiments. Now this particular model is called Pincer, and I found out that in 1954 it won the Derby. So it had quite a good heritage. Yeah, this particular real one only served till 81. It was built in 61, served till 81, and then it was scrapped. which is a shame. It didn't get to be saved, but the engines, the two engines, because these come with two engines in them, the Deltic Triangle 2-stroke, 18 cylinders each, creating about 3,000 horsepower. Now, as I say, the power and the sound of this model is phenomenal. If you've seen the YouTube videos of the engines, you think the piston's going to fly out of the side of the loco because they're that much high revving, obviously because it's a 2-stroke. But yeah, so this particular one I say is Pincer. I'm quite pleased with it. It's a lovely model. Feels quite solid. It's a lot more solid, seems to, than the Hornby's, definitely. And it's quieter. It's got its own unique sound, which is quite strange. But it performs really well. Excuse me. Now, what I've come to the conclusion, I don't know if you guys maybe are the same, but I've got my own opinions. Categorising the sort of manufacturers that we've got out there now. Hence, basically Hornby, I tend to class them, if you like, maybe unjustly, would be Ford or Vauxhalls, something like that. Not bad, do the job, pretty much there. Then I think the Limas, before they got took over and were sort of bought out by Hornby, I think they're just that little bit better. They seem to be just that little bit better quality models. Well, this is my first one, and it's prominent. You can tell. So I class Lima of the day, maybe a Volkswagen Audi, that sort of thing, sort of middle performance, nice performance, middle. And then you get your Bachmanns and your Cura Scales. They're all classed, I think, like Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, that sort of thing. You know, in the top league stuff. So Lima, I think, are just that little bit better than Hornby. So yeah, I mean, I'll put it on a piece of track, and then I'll pan it round. I've got a piece of my original Battle Zone track. So we'll sit her on there, and then what I'll do is I will take her for a couple of laps, even though she has done a lot of stuff already. It's trying to get. Look, I'm terrible when I look at this. Get on the track. Yeah, there we go, guys. Right, I'm going to just do. I don't know how good this will zoom in on, but I'll sort of do a quick little pan round there for you. Quite pleased with them. They were so hard to paint, these little railings, with a little brush, trying not to. It's not perfect, but I'm pleased with. I didn't want it to be too in your face with the gloss varnish over the top, because this is sort of a semi shine, so I wanted to keep it close. Yeah, and the front not too bad, as I say. Oh look, there you go. Look, one of the things has already dropped out. Let's see if I can move it back. It might be my marvellous. Look here, guys. Look, you see, it's a cocktail stick. Push it in. Obviously, it's not very good. There you go, guys. Look. Right, if I push it in, it will stay there, but it's not brilliant. Yeah, it's only temporary. I don't like it myself, but it will do. It serves a function until I can get my new ones. Yeah, and I basically tried to modify this a little bit. It's not very good, but from a distance, the fuel gauge. So I was quite pleased with that. We'll pan around a bit.